Making money off Soundkits is a lot easier than you think. What's up, my name is Stafford Beats, and today I'm going to be breaking down some strategies that got me over $20,000 in Soundkit sales. These are strategies that worked for me personally, but not all of them are going to apply to you. So the best thing you can do for yourself is figure out how to make each one work for your own brand. Let's get into it. I started my kit selling website back in August of 2022, so a little over 6 months ago, and we've already done over $20,000 in sales and paid out collaborators more than $10,000. Since I started the website, I've learned a lot about how to market your kits and how to actually make more money off of them. The very first step to making real money off your kits is not caring about the money. I know it sounds a little counterintuitive because this video is about how to make $10,000 selling kits, but the money should be your last priority. Your first priority should be making a kit that stands out in the community, is beneficial to somebody, or fills the gap of something that's not already been done. If you spend too much time worrying about how much money you're going to make, how many sales you're going to get, it's just not going to work out too well. All the time, I see producers trying to make their own sound kits and they just don't know what they're doing, or they're using recycled sounds, or it's just low quality overall. Nobody wants to buy your stash kit full of go-to sounds that are in a million other drum kits already. If you want to get sales and recognition that are actually worth writing home about, you have to make sure that your kit is high quality, unique, and contains some elements that other kits may not have. And that could either mean the sounds that are in the kit or the branding of the kit itself. Two examples of really well done kits that I can think of just off the top of my head are ATL Culture by Tri-Freeze and Mike Fuego, and Distra 2 by DB and DeWizard. ATL Culture is so unique because there's a lot of different elements packed into it. All the sounds are really high quality. It works really well for a specific niche, which is super trap, but it also works for other things as well, so it's versatile. On top of that, they had a cinematic movie trailer, and they even hired a real voice actor to do a voiceover of the entire ad. Distra 2 is so incredible because Distra 2 is a huge kit. It's got so many sounds, it's ridiculous. Like almost 4 gigs of sounds. It's got a bunch of different banks in it. It's got a one-shot kit, a drum kit, and everything is perfect quality. They spent so much time making it, and it really shows. You can make a sample, flip it, and make the drums for it all with the same kit and be able to do it a million different ways. After you've got your high quality and unique kit, the next step is to create a free demo version. This is a huge step that producers miss all the time. Creating a demo version of your kit has so many benefits. First of all, you can put a note file in the demo version that has a link to the full version with a discount code, so people are more inclined to buy the kit. They feel like they're part of your inner circle, and that will lead to more sales. Second, free demo versions of your kit are so important because people can actually preview the sounds for themselves. This means you want to put all your best sounds in there so people are more inclined to get the full version. The customer actually being able to try the kit out before buying it is going to be so much better than any video you could ever make for it. The third benefit of having a demo version is that you can prevent Reddit leaks on your kits. The way you do this is you go to any of the subreddits that have leaked drum kits and you post yours as if it were the full version, but you just post a link to the demo. The first time I did this with one of my drum kits that had a preview version, that generated almost $500 just by itself. This works so well because on a lot of those subreddits where people leak kits, you can't post the same kit multiple times. So if they see that your kit is already posted, but it's your demo version, they're not going to let anybody else post your kit. So it prevents leaks and it can generate more sales. The third step to making real money off your kits is selling on other people's websites. Of course, you want to sell on your own website, and we'll get into that in a minute, but there's a lot of websites out there that you can submit your kit to, and they'll sell it on their platform as well. This is something I actually do for the Producer Crate. Anybody can submit a kit, and if it's high enough quality and it meets our standard, we'll work out a deal with you so you can get the kit posted. This is a great way to earn extra money from your kits. Sometimes websites will even offer one-time buyouts where they'll just give you an upfront amount of money in exchange for keeping the sales that they make on your kit. As well as selling on other people's websites, you obviously want to sell on your own platform as well. There's so many great ways to do this, including BeatStars, Shopify, PayHip, and even creating your own website in WordPress. Personally, I recommend always using BeatStars and then either using PayHip or Shopify. You can put your products on PayHip for free, but there's not quite as much customization for Shopify. But if you're balling on a budget, that's the way to go. With BeatStars, they have their own marketplace, and oftentimes people will search through there to find kits. So sometimes that can generate you some extra sales, and most producers already have a BeatStars that they sell beats on. Personally, I sell my kits on BeatStars as well as the Producer Crate, which I built with Shopify. If you want to sign up for Shopify or BeatStars, I'll put a link in the description for you. The fourth step to making real money from selling your kits is having really good branding. This means the overall aesthetic of your kit has to be on point. That means you have professional cover art, whether you make it yourself or you hire somebody to do it. You've got good video previews. They don't have to be super complex, but they have to be appealing to the eye. And then you also have to have incredible demo beats. Demo beats are actually so important when it comes to selling kits. If you have a boring demo and it sounds like beats that have been heard a million times and you could get the sounds from any kit, people really aren't going to care that much. But if you have a crazy demo, a lot of people are going to be really interested because they want to figure out how they can make that same sound. A great way to get previews for your kits is to message your friends and have them all make a beat with your kit and just pick out the best ones. If you don't have any producer friends, no stress. I've got a Discord community full of people who are always ready to collab. We've got placement opportunities and a really awesome community. The link is in the description if you want to join that. I really can't stress how important branding is. If you don't have a good picture, don't have good previews, and it doesn't feel good using the kit, people just aren't going to buy. You might get a few sales here and there, but you're not going to make real money off of it. The fifth step, and probably the most important step to selling kits, is to have an organized content strategy. This is typically the main difference between a kit that does about $200 in sales versus $2,000 in sales. So make sure you pay attention to this. The main idea of a content organization strategy is just keeping yourself on track with your content that you want to make around the kit. You can keep track of it any way you want. There's plenty of ways out there to keep track of it. You can use your iPhone's calendar app, Google Docs, a spreadsheet, anything that either has a calendar or has a way for you to write notes. You could even handwrite it in a journal if you wanted to. Personally, when I set up an organized content strategy for one of my kit releases, I plan out either every day or every other day a piece of content that I want to make for my kit. Whether I want it to be short form content like a TikTok, Instagram Reel, YouTube Short, or even a full-on YouTube video. Personally, when I set up a content strategy, I focus mainly on the short form content as well as a few long form content ideas as well. Typically, I'll have every day or every other day planned out as far as a TikTok idea, a YouTube idea, a story, a post, or anything else related to content involving the kit. When you have it mapped out, it's a lot easier to keep track of what TikToks you want to do, how you want to plan out your videos, and what you want the main purpose to be. Something that I often tell people when they're making content strategies is that you want to advertise like McDonald's. McDonald's isn't putting a poster out there for you to go buy a burger right now. They want to be on posters, billboards, and everything else you see and pop up a million times every day so that the next time you're hungry, you think about how easy it would be to just stop by a McDonald's. Think about your short form content the same way. You want to post a reel every day or every other day, and you want to have it on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. You can cross post to all three of those. When you continuously do that, you pop up on people's pages several times throughout the day. And when you're doing this, people are going to remember that you're dropping the kit. Even if they don't end up buying it right away, they know that it's out there. So that could be a sale in the future. All in all, you just want to make sure that they know that you're releasing a kit. The more people that know, the more sales you're going to get. The last step to making a high-selling kit is paid marketing. Now, this is optional. You don't really need paid marketing if you do all the other steps correctly, but sometimes it can help even more. But it's a whole lot more complicated than just clicking boost posts and closing Instagram. When you create an ad for your kit, you want to make sure, once again, the previews and the art and the videos and everything about it are really eye-catching. If they're not eye-catching, it's just not going to convert well. You're going to overspend a ton and you're probably going to end up losing money. You want to make sure that you set your audience targeting as well, but that's not going to be the most important part. The most important part is that you have a really good offer. If you guys want me to do a more in-depth video on Instagram and Facebook advertising, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to get to that in the future. But for now, we're going to keep it pretty simple. The more important parts to focus on in your ad is the branding and the overall offer. If you're not offering anything crazy, people just aren't going to want to buy it. If you have a drum kit that has like 50 sounds in it, who cares? Unless they're the most crazy sounds that nobody's ever heard of, it's just not really going to sell that well. So I highly recommend putting a bunch of different elements in your kits, whether it be adding some extra samples, making more of whatever sound you're doing. Just make a bigger offer and people are going to want to buy it more. When you have a great offer and a low price, people are going to want to buy it more. This doesn't mean you have to do 1,000 midis for $1, but if you have a huge kit and you think it's genuinely worth $40, only charge $25 for it and you'll go so much further. The other way of using paid marketing, and the one I recommend a little bit more, is influencer and YouTuber marketing. So basically, you're paying YouTubers to use your kits in their videos, or you're having them shout you out mid-video or something like that. Now, you do have to be careful about this because some people overcharge. Some people just don't really get that many views and it's not worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and break down what I personally look for when I'm looking to sponsor YouTube videos. First, I want to make sure their average views are pretty consistent. If I see 1 or 2 videos with like 100,000 views, but everything else has like 1,000, it's probably not going to be that worth it depending on how much they're offering. The second thing I look for is how engaged their audience is. If they get 50,000 views, but there's only 1 or 2 comments, I kind of stay away because it either could be fake or they just don't really have an audience that is engaged with them. The last thing I look out for is making sure that their videos are high quality. If the videos look just kind of thrown together, have bad edits, look rushed, or just otherwise low quality, I tend to not try to get sponsorships from them just because I don't really think that they're going to maximize the potential for my kit. At the end of the day, you're trying to help each other out. Once again, paid marketing is optional, and if you're doing everything else in this video for your kit, you're not going to have a problem making sales. If your kit's not making sales already, I definitely would not do any paid marketing because there's probably a reason that nobody's buying the kit. At the end of the day, if you have a high quality kit, it's unique, it's got good previews, it's got good art and other branding, you've got a fire demo version, and you're making a content strategy, you're not going to have a problem making sales at all. And it's going to be a lot easier to sell kits in the future because you'll build up a following of people who really like your kits and will start to become consistent buyers. Let me know in the comments section what you learned today and make sure to join my Discord server. Like I said, we've got placement opportunities, a great community, people are always collabing, and it's just a good place to be to network. Until April 14th, we also have a free kit and a $350 beat battle that anybody can join absolutely free, so make sure to go check that out. If you liked this video, consider liking and subscribing so you can see more of my content in the future. I make a lot of videos related to marketing, how to make money from your production career, as well as cookups and beat tutorials, so make sure to check them out. If you need clarification on anything I talked about today or have any other questions about the video, feel free to drop a comment and let me know. Other than that, I'll see you next time.